What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital. We're here with Cong Lee, co-founder and CTO at Wonderfi. How are you doing today, Cong?
Doing great.
Yeah, for sure. So it's nice to have you on the channel. I'm excited to be talking about Wonderfi again, but this time, it's your first time on Departures Capital. Can you tell our viewers a bit more about yourself and the story behind how you founded Wonderfi?
Yeah, my background is in tech, and I actually started my career as a game developer. And I fell in love with Bitcoin in 2009. Got into mining, and obviously at the time it was very low profile. And then I started dabbling in Ethereum in 2016. I met Ben, who's our other co-founder, in 2017 at First Coin Capital. And then over the year, Ben, myself, and Dean, we've done a couple of projects together. And just about over a year ago, we started DeFi Ventures. And the idea behind DeFi Venture is to build a non-custodial DeFi platform. And what that came out of is a Wonderfi app that we recently launched a couple of weeks ago.
No, that's awesome. So Wonderfi recently announced some very exciting news, most recently being the acquisition of Go Big gaming franchise, along with the launch of Wonderfi Interactive, which brings play to earn gaming and NFTs to Wonderfi. We know this is a huge market. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, we're actually really excited. I know it's just hot off the press a couple of days now, but and this came from basically my experience in the game industry and the space over the year. Is what I've seen is that a lot of blockchain game, they start out with using crypto as a means to raise money to fund the development, right? Like they launch a token, or they launch fund to get the community to fund the game development. And what end up happening is the tokens and the blockchain or crypto that is incorporated into the game, it's actually not part of the game design. And what I've seen is it leads to a lot of backlash and really poor gaming experience. So with this acquisition, it actually put us in a very unique position where we can do things differently. So for starter, we're actually not selling the NFT or doing NFT drop that you've seen in the space. Rather, we are actually going to be incorporating NFT into the game as a way for a player to earn the assets. And if you look at it, they can play the game and they earn an achievement that can be a mintable NFT. And the next piece that's really important is we don't want to just arbitrarily mint an NFT with no IP back into it. So that's why it's Go Big having the two main characters, King Kong and Godzilla, and it's fully backed by legendary films. It's we're actually minting IP that has meaningful value to it. And as you can imagine, I mean, we start with fictional character, but that just opened the floodgate, and we can have individual in the game such as Kevin Oleary, who's actually agreed to be one of the collectible character in the game for the next quarter. And then we have working relationship with Kyle Lowry as well on the Bitbuy side, so he's going to be making an introduction as well. And yeah, I mean the sky is the limit for us in terms of what we can build as collectible characters in the Go Big franchise.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'll have to try that out as well. So Wonderfi also announced the largest acquisition to date, Bitbuy, not long ago. Can you give us some updates on how that's progressing? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this was an earlier transaction that we made. And from my perspective, it's a foundational transaction where it gives us 400K user, and Bitbuy will be a profit center for Wonderfi. So give us steady revenue, and but most importantly, it gives us another 90 plus employee that really help accelerate the growth. I mean, Wonderfi itself, it's been just over a year, and whereas Bitbuy has been in business for over 3 years, so they're more mature, and so we essentially accelerated our own company by making this transaction. And in terms of update, it's moving along nicely, and we're anticipating to close the transaction within this quarter.
Awesome, looking forward to that. Wonderfi has many moving pieces targeting multiple billion-dollar markets. Can you tell us more about the grander vision you have for Wonderfi, and what you're looking to achieve with the company, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it started with the Bitbuy acquisition, which gave us access to, basically Canada's first licensed crypto exchange. And this provide, all of our Wonderfi user access to a service that is essentially regulated and fully licensed. So it removed all those crypto risks that are out there in terms of opening an account with an unlicensed exchange. And then with the announcement of Wonderfi Interactive, it opened the floodgate to 3 billion plus game players that are just starting to experience crypto gaming, right? Like it's still a very young and new things. And if you follow the news in the game industry, major publishers such as EA and Ubisoft, they started experimenting with NFT in the game. So as Wonderfi Interactive just getting launched, we're in a very unique position to be a connector for a developer who wants to, may not have the experience to work with NFT. They can come to us and we'll help them with crypto onboarding, wallet infrastructure. We're a non-custodial, so the infrastructure is all there. And essentially, Wonderfi Interactive allow existing game developer to tap into the infrastructure that we have on both the crypto exchange and the wallets and the ability to mint NFT as well.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how you guys are providing no longer just like access to DeFi through the app, but also combining NFTs together. I know that Kevin's very bullish on NFTs and he's been talking about that a lot recently, and it's cool to watch you guys execute. What are some of the most important catalysts to look out for Wonderfi, let's say in the next few quarters or in the short term even?
Yeah, as with both of the acquisition, user acquisition is going to be the primary focus for us as we continue to add products and offer into the Wonderfi ecosystem. And then on the tech side, we will be investing heavily into building the Wonderfi Connect, which allow us to integrate other projects and products that are coming down the pipeline.
Great. So when it comes to the app, I know that you guys have launched the app on desktop. It will be launching on mobile. Is that correct?
Yeah, the mobile app is it's currently in the pipeline. We're wrapping up the Android, and iOS is it's just nearing the finish line at the moment, and just going through a lot of internal testing right now.
Okay, perfect. So rough timeline, maybe like, I don't know, this quarter or next quarter, something like that?
You know what, conservatively, and with testing, you never know what you find. And so I think I would say early Q2 would be a good projection for both platforms.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll have to look out for that. So with all these things going on, what's the one thing you're most excited about for Wonderfi in the short term?
And and it's going to be coming really fast and furious. I'm very excited for our launch of the Series 1 NFT inside of Go Big. Godzilla and King Kong are already there, and having other character individual backed NFT that player can earn and not just purchase. It's going to be a very exciting new refreshing approach for the industry.
Oh, that'll be interesting, and we'll definitely have to talk about that when we have you back on. So where should investors go for more information on Wonderfi?
Yeah, our website, Wonder.fi. It's a great place to keep up with the news, and we're very active in updating our contents as well as our news and press release on the website.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Cong. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for all the updates, and I look forward to having you back on. I know you guys will be up to a lot this year.
Yeah, it's great chatting with you. Thanks for having me on.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.